everybody. Welcome to another episode of Push to Talk. It is November 11th, 2023, and it is Veterans Day here in the U.S. Is it something similar over in the UK or Europe or something like that?
It's Armistice Day, or at least over here in the UK, which is the day that we all sort of pay respects to people who went to fight and ended up dying in both. Well, initially it was World War One, but obviously World War Two and subsequent wars, etc., etc., etc. So,
If someone reminded the fascists that that's today, because they're out in the streets over there.
Nope, no one has reminded them yet, except for maybe Dirk, foreshadowing.
By the way, guys, I just got 60 channel credits. Are drops still on? I thought they were over.
No. I mean, the channel credits are things that just happen all the time.
Okay,
like drops are literally specifically like things from CCP that we get.
Okay, just making sure. You know, I'm not all that bright. You guys know that.
Thank you very much for the sub there, Bardgeist.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah, it's about time.
Oh, sorry, Bardgeist.
58 months.
Bardgeist.
There's no D in it, Mac.
I'm adding. There's you think that there isn't, but there is. It's just a silent and invisible D.
Fine.
How many years has it taken him to actually correct that spelling mistake?
I don't know.
I still maintain that the ships were named after my character.
Even though the ships were first.
Right,
the ships were in the game first. I had the character name in other games prior.
See?
So to finish out on our...
And also, like, the same week as I joined the game, so...
So to finish up the whole Veterans Day thing, we do not say Happy Veterans Day. We just say thank you for your service here in the United States. Very sincerely. We do that. Yeah. We do. Thank you. By the way, that's a very common thing when you see a veteran anywhere. You know, we actually have, you go into like a freaking gas station and there's like a reserved parking spot right up by the doors for veterans only and things like that. That's pretty common here in the U.S. So I don't know about the rest of the world, but hey, it's just what we do.
I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know about Dirk. And if anybody knows Dwayne Johnson,
right?
Rock, also known as The Rock. The reason why Dirk isn't here is because he's getting some medical attention on his elbow from considerable overuse. Because he's been dropping the people's elbow on fascists.
I thought maybe, different flexing of that elbow. Okay. So
I
clarified that for the audience.
That's the wrist. That's always the wrist, Eric.
I don't know. It just depends, maybe how forceful you are. I'm not really sure how it all works. I don't know.
He's been jumping from
from the high road,
from the high road and railings and stuff like that on fascists recently. So
we have it on good authority that he's been doing that.
Oh yeah, sorry, we have it on good. Yes, Soth, you are definitely correct. We have it on good authority that's what's been happening.
Yeah, there's no other good explanation for his elbow being fucked.
No.
So little update on Casa de Asmock over here, or Eric, however you want to say it. I don't really know. Okay. We have enough leaves in our front yard that, it could be 3 inches of snow except for their leaves, right? I mean, there's just so many freaking leaves. I have this giant maple tree out in front of our house. By the way, the leaves still haven't fallen and it turns bright red. So when I got up this morning, and I'm looking at the hallway upstairs. The sun was hitting off this tree so much it was making the whole inside of our house red. It was wild. It was super cool.
That makes me think of some very cinematic kind of scenes on The Ring, the film.
Yep.
That was really cool.
It was really cool. By the way, and then the other update, and because I don't know if I did this before, but Mrs. Eric, doesn't like to use the coffee mugs in the house, even though we have like really cool coffee mugs, right? So she always gets, and we all work from home, like little paper coffee mugs from China, right? So she has released, and I'll share it here, okay, the new Christmas edition, straight from Costco and obviously Chinette, okay, company. So this is the holiday coffee, mug distribution here at Casa de Eric for the foreseeable holiday season. They were released on November 1st, so she didn't wait very long to switch into Christmas mode. So we're
so
ready here.
That's the opulence. Opulent. There.
Opulence?
Yes,
opulence.
That is the word I was trying to go for.
Happy to help.
Thank you very much.
Somebody doesn't like to wash dishes.
I would like to say that Caleb's on the show.
Caleb. Oh yeah, we forgot to run down who else is on the show, right? Obviously Soth and McLoud, right? We're terrible people. We're violating all the rules. All right. So you go ahead.
Dawn CS of the Dawn Raya rule, is in effect.
Yep.
And
I'm just a stand-in as emotional support dog for McLeod.
Yeah, I'm my language support.
That too.
Right.
Do you feel like you need extra British in here? Not British, I guess. Take that. He's Danish.
No.
I mean, let's not go into.
We should not go down that path.
No, let's not go down that path.
Just remember. Rambo says, a donut without a hole is a Danish. Just remember that.
Well, to be fair, Soth is Frisian and I'm Danish, so we are kind of more English than that Ginger that is running our show.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I'm not running the show. Eric's running the show.
Yeah, I'm running the show, dickhead.
But I was born in South Africa, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, that's an Elon Musk joke right there.
I'm nowhere
Do
near
you
as
have an
crazy.
emerald mine?
I'm nowhere near as crazy. 2, I'm nowhere near as rich, and 3, I have nowhere near as mental kind of parents as he has either. So,
well, let's think about this, right? Why hasn't Elon released a men's cologne line? Because his last name's fucking Musk. You just call it Musk.
Yeah, just call it Musk. That's it. But then again,
Musk.
Elon. By the way, if you do that, you owe us here on Push to Talk a little something for coming up with the idea.
Although it will never just be called Musk because that's too normal for him. I mean, his fucking kid is named some random, scientific notation or whatever.
It would be Musk, the fragrance by Musk.
It should be Musk. And I'm just going to point out to people in here that might not have Googled it or never heard of it. You don't really want to know where Musk comes from.
We don't really care. We're trying to make money here. Okay.
You don't care? Trust me, if you Google it, you will care.
Okay. Well, Caleb's just making sure that we're saying
Googled worse things, Caleb.
Oh, yeah. I'm certain you have. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. You've probably done that 2-cup thing, right? So All right.
I mean,
that's worse. There's worse
By the way, there's way worse.
So
that one is way worse out there. And how do I know it? Because I was in the generation that was online when LimeWire and Kazaa were around, and that stuff is never coming out of my head. However much I want to fucking drink it away.
There's also the one with the glass and
don't. Otherwise, it will come screaming back to me.
That's a different category, Sauce. That goes in the core category. That's not the same.
If you played Eve when Test was actually allied with goons, then you know the fish pretty well as well.
Oh no.
Oopsie.
Hey, that's art. That's art, Sauce.
Find it in a museum.
I want to call it.
Caleb, if it's art, find it in a museum.
Did you manage to actually
I want to see it in a museum, on a wall.
Did you watch Blue Samurai yet? Blue-Eyed Samurai yet? Okay.
You've given that to me yesterday. How am I supposed to watch it in that
Wasn't it? It
time?
was 2 days ago.
You realize that's been added to the end of Soth's watch list, which is about as long as. I mean,
Well, he needs
Jesus
to
Christ.
hurry up a bit
Repro-
because it's got the most classical reference in there, and it's just glorious. Anyone that knows Dreams of a Fisherman's Wife, it's amazing.
I don't want to ask.
Yeah, I'm afraid to ask.
After what's been been
You people have no
suggested.
class. Dreams of a Fisherman's Wife is like
Yes.
one of the most famous pieces of Japanese art ever.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
okay,
Dinkle was
okay.
in space?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I assume
So-
just to be the ships.
By the way, I think my
I don't-
lighting's working
I
pretty
don't
good.
care about the Don rule.
It's 12 minutes
I saw
past.
that.
It's 12. Yeah.
So
We have a lot of things that we want to talk about, but we have to respect. If we don't have
Joel,
rules,
I'm not
what are
here.
we?
I'm not here
if
for
we
the
don't,
second half of the show most of the
Dawn,
time.
if we don't have rules,
You have
what
a
are
whole
we?
hour to do whatever the fuck
If we
you
don't
want.
have rules, what are we?
You're a lawless society, and therefore I can do what I want. That's the Don rule.
To be fair, I did watch like John Wick 4 like recently, so like yeah,
there you go.
that was good.
I've just got to say, something is clearly very wrong with Dirk. He's not spelling stuff properly today.
He's on his phone, that's why. But then again, his phone is about the size of like most.
Does he have a flip
people's-
phone? Is he
Maybe
clicking
We are
like
renaming
A
Caleb
B
to
C C
Kelp.
E E?
Yeah.
Hi, Kelp. How are
Kelp.
you doing?
So yes, that's a little crazy. Hey, I did finally get all my deliveries for my birthday present that I bought myself. Not that any of my children or wife bought me a birthday present. Although my wife just said, you should go buy that because you never buy yourself anything, which is kind of true.
That's much. I don't believe that. You buy yourself stuff all the time. You tell us
Really?
about all the shit you buy. Like
I
I
buy
buy
shit.
anything.
Yeah,
Well,
you
they're not
totally
mine.
just didn't buy yourself a new chair and a new
I
desk.
did.
You're
Well, I didn't technically buy myself the chair, but okay.
getting little
But
kegs for yourself.
I went a little crazy on the Secret Lab site. So I will tell you, I'm leaning back here in my Secret Lab chair. I did get the new Oracle Red Bull Racing Secret Lab chair. I will tell you, it's pretty comfortable. Okay, and it comes with this little thing right here, and it's magnetic, and it just magnetizes onto the chair back here, right? And I thought this was going to be stupid, and why would I want a pillow on my chair like this? I'm going to tell you, it's awesome. Okay, the little pillow and the lumbar and everything the chair does. So I'm really happy with the chair. By the way, I did not get a discount for mentioning on the show. Okay, just so we're clear there, right? And I did get their big desk. And the greatest thing about this desk that I like is it comes with a tray in the back that the top of the desk, just the back 5 inches, like flips up. Okay, and you can put all of your cables in there. And so all the cables aren't hanging down. It's a stand desk, right? Because I want a stand desk. And I will stand on it later in the show because, I really want to be like brisk, okay, and stand at my desk while I'm doing the show.
Oh, so you actually got the desk from Secret Labs.
I got the desk from Secret Labs, and they have like their metal desk. The nice thing is the controls are like in the desk, so they don't hang down and hit your chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did put my PC under there. So the Software Still Designed Erik PC sits underneath my desk. And again, that makes all the cables not have to go up and down with everything. And it plugs. There's a plug that goes in the bottom. I'm going to tell you all the good stuff, then I'll tell you the bad stuff. There's a plug that goes in the bottom of one of the legs, so you don't have, and it just brings the power up into that back tray. Right? So I really like the fact. By the way, my mic is not hanging above me anymore. It is just in the middle of the desk because there's so much room on the desk. I did get the 70-inch one, the XL. But
hell yeah,
you can pick your top of your desk. Okay, So the desks are all metal, and obviously we don't want our stuff on all metal desks, right? They have a leatherette, not real leather, okay? And it's all magnetized behind it, and you roll it out over the desk, okay? So it's like it's all. So you don't need a mouse pad, you don't need anything, and it's all leather. But the cool thing is they have lots of designs, right? So I almost got the pink one, but I just got. I did almost, because it's cool, right? But yeah, I got just the basic black one with the red trim because we like Oracle red.
You didn't get a fat B on it?
They don't have a fat B one, but that would be cool as shit. We should work with them to get the fat B on these babies, okay? Because I definitely would have bought that, but it's just really nice. The only thing that was a little bit tough is I have my LED lighting for the cameras and everything, right? Beside the fact that when we got it, I had desk ones, not just tripods. So I got rid of all the tripods, right, for everything for my old desk because I couldn't support that. But I couldn't put it on the back, okay, of the desk. So where it goes like this, and there's a little flap that flaps up, right? And then like everything goes on the desk here, and this flap moves around it. It's just the way they were designed. I have to put them on the sides for the LED spots into me. I can't put them behind me or in front of me. But yeah, I mean, other than that, super cool, man. It's really nice. So, by the way, we don't get anything extra for mentioning. Now, here's the bad, okay?
Yet, okay. Eric.
There's the bad. Here's the bad, okay?
Gotta hear the bad.
So I ordered it on the 20th of October, and I knew it wasn't going to ship until the 30th because the chair I bought pre-release because it was a special. And by the way, they have skins you can just put over your chairs, but this one in particular is, the Oracle Red Bull Racing chair, right? But they have all kinds of chairs. But this wasn't released till the 30th. So here's what they said: your whole order will be held until the 30th and released when your chair is available. All fine with that, right? So they sent the chair. Okay. And it came immediately. But then the desk pieces came in I forget if it was 4 or 5 shipments, but it was something like that. And so they shipped a piece of the desk on the 1st, a piece on the 2nd, a piece on the 3rd, a piece on the 4th. So nothing came together, right? It would have been nice.
It's really infuriating.
So the legs came first, and then the pieces, the accessory kit came, and then I had to get a new thing for the monitor. Then the monitors came, right? And then the desktop came, right? And, so it was all spread out, and it was just just ship everything on the 30th. What's so hard about that? It's a complete order, right? I didn't get it. So that's thing that was kind of annoying.
It seems a bit wasteful, right? In terms of just constantly sending shipments to you rather than just let it build up and just send it all at once.
And by the way, I would have got the desk within days of ordering it. But I ordered the chair with it because if I put the desk and the chair together, then you got free shipping. So that's a good thing. Otherwise, the shipping was another $49 for me because it's coming from Tennessee. Another $49 for me per order, right? So it'd been another $100, which was nice to get the free shipping, but I mean, it just showed up. I didn't see anything on the site like free shipping at a certain amount or anything. But hey, by the way,
sorry.
The previous desk that I have had for 30 years. So
damn.
It was time for a new desk, right?
Yeah,
and then my LED lights for everything, and all had to be on tripods in the on the other side of the desk too. It took up a lot of room, so I got a bigger desk and actually got more room out of it in the office. So it's cool. But yeah, I do like the controls.
I gather you're clamping some stuff down onto the desk, on the sides of the desk and stuff like that now. So Yeah, it definitely
Yeah, and
helps.
I'll give you a rare view in here. So here's the chair, right? So we'll move over to the side. There's the Oracle, Red Bull Racing, Secret Lab, all that stuff. So yeah, now we're gonna go Winter Wonderland. Here we are, Winter Wonderland. And now I'm gonna push the magical button, and up it goes. So I'm gonna say bye-bye. Bye. See you, everybody. So yeah. Whoop. Touching buttons. By the way, they are pressure, like, not, you don't push a button. They're like sensitive to your skin just hitting them.
Oh, okay. Right.
So
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
they're kind of nifty. So I am standing, and the point of getting the desk was to stand every once in a while, because I don't get to walk around, and I work at this desk constantly throughout the day. So, and every day, including weekends. I'm gonna adjust my camera angle just a little bit here. So hopefully that didn't bore everybody, but that's just the thing that's there.
No, it's cool, dude. Like I mean, I know a couple of people who've got Secret Labs chairs, and they rave about them. It's a bit of a pity that, like, you know, the delivery was kind of terrible for all of the different stuff. That you couldn't just like put it together in one go.
Yeah.
But like that you like the chair, that it's a decent chair, like, and that you know, that the pillow isn't just a gimmick, but actually like legit decent. It is really cool. But like, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who has, you know, the Secret Labs desk, but it sounds fucking great.
Well,
I didn't realize they did a sit-stand desk. I thought it was just like the regular desk, and you were like, oh no, you do this. And I hadn't seen that before, so I was just looking at the site, and it actually looks pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, and by the way, I got the extra thing to put the PC under the desk, which really helps with the cables, right?
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, it just wouldn't work with the cables I have because they're too short for my monitor, so I had to get longer cables. But but when you put the PC underneath, you can't put the desk in its shortest position. You can only go down to, I think it's 72 inches high, which I want it higher than that anyway. But do know, and by the way, you know, it's got 3 presets, so this is the standing preset, and then I have a sitting preset, and I have a third one I haven't used yet. But it just takes it to the top. But it's very smooth, very quiet.
Oh, that's great.
And the other desk I was looking at had all LED lights all in the top, but it wasn't as big. And it was like $3,000. My wife's like, go buy it. And I'm like, no.
Out of principle.
No.
When I was looking at a new desk, my budget was like $200.
I don't even know what this costs.
And
a normal person's budget, like, you know.
Yeah, normal person's budget, right? And I couldn't find anything decent at that price, so I did the smart thing, and I built my fucking own desk.
There you go. Well, you know what? That's a thing at Amazon, right? When they were starting out in Bezos's garage, they didn't want to package all the books on the ground in the garage, right? So they built standing desks with old doors. They just went out and found, old doors that have been thrown away. Yeah, and so they're all the size of an old door. And by the way, in their delivery stations, all the desks are like that. They're not old doors now anymore, but they're still the same format.
Yeah, weirdly, when they were starting up, and well, I guess not even just starting up, when he was still kind of growing the company, and beyond a startup and that kind of thing, like that sort of thing. Bezos was like really frugal.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would still drive his old Toyota and stuff like that, and as you say, like. You'd have a door as a desk, right?
Hey, by the way, we're past the 20-minute mark.
We are past the 20-minute mark. I know. I get that.
We have a whole patch to talk about.
But you know what? But you know what?
40 minutes. Get to it. I don't care about your chairs or your doorknobs or where the fuck you were going on about. I literally don't know.
I was literally transitioning over to talking about space, where we can talk about Eve.
Yeah, we got space things.
Jesus Christ. Because I was going to say, and look at Jeff Bezos now with the lack of frugality, if even that is a word, literally wanting to, put fucking, make rockets and go into space and shit.
Talking about space,
let's talk about EVE Online, see?
Space!
There you go, Don.
By the way,
you just needed 20 more seconds.
Yeah.
Space.
Now you wasted 2 more minutes yourself.
Space, the final frontier.
So I haven't read the patch notes.
Weird how that.
Is there anything in there that was like, oh my god?
What is that? The expansion notes?
So I just want to note that Dawn can't wait to talk about Eve, but she didn't even read the patch notes.
No,
Look
I
at
had
that.
to let you guys explain it to me.
Holy shit!
Well, okay, we'll go through it line by line. How about that? Like, and then
we're here.
Then you can make your comments at the end of it, which will probably.
I'll comment throughout.
It'll probably take about. We'll comment through like half of it, and then you're gonna have to go. So it's
There we go.
The only thing I know.
So obviously this is HAVOC, like the expansion that's coming in on Tuesday, and obviously this is all the pirate insurgency stuff that's coming, the changes to the LP kind of stuff, pirate LP stuff, and the pirate LP stores and what they have inside them, all of that kind of jazz, right?
Absolutely.
There's also some changes to the various different jobs and activities that you can set up for your corporation. And I think Alliance. Can you set up Alliance ones? I think so.
Yeah.
But there's a plethora of new kind of activities that you can get your Alliance and corporation people to go and do. Things like, or that at least that you can incentivize them to do, and you can give people money for and all that kind of jazz. Like,
we did do corporation jobs for in our corp for fueling our Athenors. Yeah. And magically people were like in it real quick. So we're fueled up for like 2 years now.
But it's nice. One of the things that I like about it, and I think it's kind of fallen kind of under the radar a little bit, is there are certain jobs, right, that have to happen in a corporation and in an alliance when you're in nullsec, that sometimes it's just more convenient for players to be able to just have an alt to be able to do, right? Say, for example, fueling jump bridges, right? Or that kind of thing, right? If you can get an automatic, if CCP puts in an automatic system that allows you to pay other members to do that, to incentivize other members to do that, and it's not something that a person with the right roles has to be there to confirm something, or to pay somebody specifically. If it does it automatically, then it's fantastic, because it means that there is more opportunity for more people to get involved, not just the same people to get involved using alts, right? And that's beneficial to everybody. That's beneficial to the game. That's beneficial to groups, becoming more, becoming larger and becoming more evolved and more complex, right? And that ends up making a more complex game, making more complex, engaging content when players.
Is this where
this should be something that
we're still missing an actual billing and recurring billing or salary system in the actual game?
I mean, the share
should have been put in there forever.
The share system doesn't really work as it's supposed to do.
But we're slowly getting there. Like, it's
you
not
get paid now for work.
System,
you can get paid now for work, which is
but
nice.
you certain activities you get paid automatically for doing things. Like, so
this is like Fiverr or Craigslist or something. It's not an actual fucking job. You can't get salary. You can't send bills. You can't have receipts. You can't do any fucking.
Do you want to do
Caleb,
do you want to have an in-game tax season where we have to show receipts for all the work we've done?
It's better than this.
That's terrible. Like, hold on, let's get the in-game H&R block going.
Let's not drop kick somebody off the third step because they haven't pole vaulted over the fucking thing.
If
yet,
alliances
right?
have
like,
sovereignty, of course they should have taxation of their
McLeod,
fucking members.
McLeod, that's called pole vaulting over rat turds, right? Yeah. So
I'm just saying, like, you know, it's a good step towards what you eventually want, Caleb. Like, let's not basically, you know, smack the person off the fucking step.
Let's not forget about crawl, walk, run, right? Now,
but we can always reiterate about the fact that, like, this is a good first few steps. More, please.
Yay, baby is taking its first steps.
Yeah, exactly.
20 years after.
Is this
kid retarded?
Oh, those first 2 steps, let's smack it down onto the ground. You know, no, let's actually incentivize it to, you know, eventually be able to run at the end of the day. Right?
The Gummy mentions in chat there, right? And when you look at how the Imperium has traditionally done things, right, it's done at the alliance level, right? This is at the corp level, right? Is that correct?
I think it's corp and alliance level. Well, I think it's corp level. I'm sure it's corp level. I'm not sure whether it's alliance level.
Yeah,
I'm not in those roles to be able to put them together. But you know.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, when you think about nullsec, right? You know, I understand why they're at the corp level because that's the first way that they have control over things, and it'd be much more complex to do it at the alliance level from a programmatic perspective, I would think. But I think that's what you want to see in the end. So
it'd be great if you could tie various different activities together. So, say for example, you know, an automatic kill right system. If somebody goes and uses too much out of a jump bridge, right? You know, someone went and fucking jumped their Titan through a jump bridge. What?
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
it makes the job
of
automatically creates a kill right.
It's almost as if they should have gone back to the table and looked at how to create some sort of script like freeform contracts for everything.
Yeah.
But I guess that's work.
Oh, don't think that this wasn't work either.
That's
right?
so much shade. But to be fair, I think considering that you haven't been on the show for so long, you've got so much rage and hate.
No, just the normal amount, and this is really just reusing what I've said for fucking 10 years, so it's fine.
I would like to welcome everyone to Push to Shit Talk.
Especially the CCP devs in the crowd.
No, hey, but by the way, we weren't shit talking.
Well, I mean,
I think we were saying how good it was.
I was actually defending and saying, you know, it's let's not shit talk them, you know, for doing a good thing, even if it's a small good thing.
I need to. So this is going to be a show where Mac and Eric defend CCP. This is weird. This is getting as weird as real life news. I think I'm leaving.
Didn't you in the pre-show say, "Hey, Push to Talk is a safe zone compared to the rest of the world"? And by the way, that's exactly what
turning
we
it
are.
upside down.
It's
You're turning the world upside down. Then it's just like real world.
You realize it was done specifically because you said that, right?
Yeah.
I just find it weird and surreal.
We have to play against, you know, your desires and your wishes for this particular show.
It's funny, right? Because everyone is happy that Hilma stopped coding for the game, right? But the one consistent thing that has worked through the entire 2 decades is actually the market, right? And he actually did most of that. So if they had just let him work a little longer so he could have done the contract system, we might also have a contract system that works.
I think the thing that you don't quite realize is that there is probably
a strong word there.
I think what you'll find is there is probably a market, you know, a real world like markets UI designer / programmer guy who's looking at who may end up finally looking at the EVE Online market kind of system and going, this looks remarkably familiar.
Almost like real life. It's
almost as if
I'm pretty sure that's what Hilma did. He said, I want to go and see how this stuff works in the real world, and then I'm going to try and copy it. He didn't do it perfectly, but he got really close, right? So if he had done the same with billings and receipts and contracts and things like that, if he had actually opened something like a contract law and course or something like that, he might actually have made a contract system for us that worked.
I mean,
if we
possibly, Caleb, but like, you know, sometimes you get those, you know, those bands that have like a single great hit, right? You know, like those one, they're like an amazing hit from a band, and then everything else that they create is just utter fucking garbage, right?
Matt,
you never know. It could have been like that.
Are you talking from experience there, Mac?
I'm not talking from experience there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I never had a single top 40 hit. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you on about?
Yeah.
Name the hit that I penned, Bard, by the way. I'd like to know so I can collect the royalties.
I don't know any of what you've done.
Exactly.
Pro tip, if you're going to do that, Mac, try to aim for the Christmas tunes. There is a vacuum, there's a hole.
I wonder how much Mariah Carey makes out of all the rest of her stuff.
For live.
By the way, in one of the Goon videos, I think it's in A Fleet with You or something. One of the guys, he has a shirt on, and it has a bullet on it, and it says "just the tip." So,
speaking of, could someone ping Shingley and say that we do not actually have a proper Christmas song?
We don't.
That's actually a fucking good point.
Actually a mistake.
By the way,
there's no Goon Christmas song.
Hold on.
What is Shingley supposed to do about that?
Hold it. I hope I don't fuck up the sound, but
was I in Depeche Mode?
No. About a Goon Christmas song. I know what I know.
Sorry.
I'm gonna share in our staff only after the show. I'm gonna look this up. I have an idea for the perfect Goon Christmas show that we can tweak.
Oh God.
I'm all in.
Should be interesting.
I'll just start working on the lyrics off.
Yeah, Mac and I can push out some lyrics. That's not a problem.
Yeah, should be all right.
I'm gonna find this song, and you guys listen to it and think we can tweak on some lyrics. I'm gonna work on it with some folks. It'd be cool. Goon Christmas.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Famous last words.
Well, Mac, if you make a band with Soth, you might feel like you're in Depeche Mode.
I definitely won't be in that situation where I'm like, how many innuendos can I fit into a single line?
It'll be fit all the innuendos.
Well, that's because you're not a writer for a James Bond, movie.
Oh, if only. If only.
Can you imagine how much fun they had trying to slip that shit past the censors? That's hilarious.
I mean that, or Austin Powers.
Oh gosh.
which was just a takeoff, right?
Which literally was just a takeoff, yeah. I can almost feel Dawn's aggravation that we've somehow gone straight through a EVE Online topic and back the other way, and then we're talking about EVE Online.
I expected. We didn't talk about Brave joining Imperium yet, have we?
We haven't talked about a lot of different things. We haven't talked about the fact that like I literally got triggered by one particular aspect, one particular.
By the way, we're gonna bring up the Brave joining the Imperium.
Oh, okay. I was gonna literally,
and then we'll go to the what? What do you want me to go to next after that?
Oh, I was gonna literally talk about the reward crates for a second.
Oh God damn it! No, you leave that.
I'm not leaving that because like. One, I got triggered about that, and two, the reason why I got triggered about that is I think something that says a lot about CCP.
Is this Darkshine's response in Reddit, or what do you?
No. This is the turning counterinsurgency turning stuff into the counterinsurgency outpost gives you a reward crate, and
what's in this reward crate?
We don't know. This is the
It's
issue.
gonna-
But then again,
Whatever.
Okay, John.
but then again,
John,
there are.
the entire patch notes are like, yeah, here are these new systems, and this is how they roughly work. But details, you're not gonna find in them.
Right.
But like, I was even looking. Yeah, they are. These crates are new, right? These are the Grista Pirate laundering reward crates, the Angel Cartel laundering reward crates, the Federation and Imperial and State and Republic counterinsurgency reward crates, right? Those sorts of things. I found them on Hobo Leaks. They don't say anything about what rewards are inside them, but and this is the issue, right? Because I was triggered by this, and I poked people about it or posted about it, and certain people reacted and didn't help with what I was thinking because they seemed to be thinking the same thing. One of them was you, Caleb. I'm just gonna say, but
No comments.
On further inspection, there have been crates, reward crates in EVE for quite a long time.
I do think that
And
you
they
have talked
haven't
about
been
crates
an issue.
in the past, Mac. I think
But
you've covered that topic a little bit.
Yes, I have definitely covered the topic of loot crates and all of that kind of stuff before, and how egregious and terrible they are. If CCP are going down the usual route of what they have done, for I think years at this particular point in time, with regards to reward crates, then we should be fine. My only issue is, they've had this kind of recent-ish spate of sneaking shit in. Basically initially doing something that gets people triggered and no, don't put this in the game, and then they're like, okay, sorry, we won't, and then 6 months down the line they kind of ease it in and sneak it in, and then everyone's like,
I can make a really bad comparison for what they do. They're basically manipulators. When your girlfriend's like, no, I don't want to. You're like, oh, but come on, baby. That's what they do to us all the fucking time.
Yeah, they just have that.
Well, hold it. I need to be clear. Which are they?
Was a really good Hillmark quote that I lost a couple of years ago.
Which side of that comment is CCP on? The guy or the girl? I mean,
they're the guy for sure.
They're the guy. Okay.
Yeah, yes,
they're the guy.
Eric. CCP is both sides in that conversation.
Are we just
in a sense, you're.
Are we just the horrified onlookers?
Yes, we are.
Oh my god, this is happening in public.
So yeah, there was a very pertinent Hillmark quote from years ago. I can't find it. I think it come up in Down the Rabbit Hole.
Does the quote start with
basically when the player base pushes back on monetization, we'll withdraw, but in a year or so we will try again more subtly.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
because we all reacted when CCP dared to put out a thing where we can just pay money and receive
because they charge
skill
things
points,
too
right?
much.
And lo and behold, we're in a world where buying skill points is just part of the course now.
A daily ejector away.
And so when I saw this, I was like, they're trying to slip in actual loot crates, like bona fide actual loot crates. But I don't think I don't think it is this. I don't think it is actual loot crates kind of thing. But if it is, then I'm gonna be fucking mad. That's what that was. I didn't want to go full on oh my god, they're trying to monetize the shit out of it and get people to be gambling
you can't say you don't like it until you've tried it.
That's true, Caleb.
I have tried it.
That is wisdom. You never know what you're gonna like. You just might question yourself if you like something that you didn't think you should like.
I truly thought that Bargos was going to say this Hillmark quote began with "Baby, it's cold outside" or something like that.
He's far too Icelandic for that. to say anything.
Yeah, probably true.
So, I'm going to do something good for Dawn here. What do you all think about the insurgencies and the effects it can have on the systems they are in?
Oh, that it's going to make HiSec a living hell?
Well,
yes, but no.
Yeah?
Not necessarily
HiSec, you can get shot.
No. What it is
definitely going to be interesting.
Low-sec's definitely going to be interesting. If an insurgency
what's the change in low-sec? What's the change in low-sec?
You can now use bubbles. You can use bombs.
Oh, even better. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck Snuff. Fuck them so hard. Please.
But Concord is still going to react if you kill pods, by the way.
By the way, that's a verbal equivalent of such obscene finger gestures from such a pristine young lady. I mean,
yeah, they can suck my left eye. Anything that will allow Snuff to lose their overly priced dreadnoughts, I'm happy with. So, and it's a silly place that I don't go, so it will not hurt me particularly.
What? Camelot? You're talking about Camelot? It's a very silly place.
Let's not go to low-sec, to the silly place.
The silly place.
It's very silly.
Can anyone help me? I've been out of the loop a little bit. The meme that you showed earlier, is that real? Is Dunk now an actual beekeeper?
Oh no, Dunk is beekeeper. He's been a beekeeper for a while.
How long ago was this?
Keeping bees for a long time, like years.
No, in game as well.
Yes.
Oh, in game.
So I don't know, because like I think Dunk logged in just to move his ships, but I don't know if he's actually like playing.
I mean, there hasn't really been that much time since it happened, right? It's been a week, literally.
Yeah.
So
I thought Dunk was in
talk
chat.
about it. So if you didn't know this happened, I mean it was mentioned pretty heavily. It was talked about for an hour on Meta Show last week, and obviously Brave and had their soda, and that was leaked, and all that kind of stuff. But like, essentially, Brave is evacing and joining the Imperium.
Oh man, this puts me on another tirade.
Finally, is what I want to say, because I'm pretty sure that there is tape where I predict this.
There's obviously others, like there's a large proportion of the B2 coalition are basically like folding in to Imperium. There's a few. There are obviously groups that are choosing to do other things. Volta apparently are because they had Starfleet Commander on Meta Show last week, and he was talking about how
that Dunk did in fact get on Mumble. So
nice. But I think Volta are going to do interesting things, right? They didn't actually say specifically what they're doing, like low sec or wormholes or something, but like they want to go and do some. He aims to misbehave. Basically, Volta aims to misbehave.
I never really liked Volta, to be honest with you.
I mean,
never really
to be fair, they've always been a bit sort of third party-ish, and because of that, they've always been. A lot of the times, they've been hired by people like PL and people like NC Dot to sort of, harass Imperium and goons and stuff like that. So but like, they've seen another side of that particular side, like political sphere of Eve. So yeah.
Well, I'm excited for more friends. I'm kind of disappointed that now the game is literally just split in half across space.
I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened before.
I know, but like that usually what happens is it usually means one side has some sort of internal collapse and breaks their shit up. Like, and I don't know if Horde's got enough drama to do it, but one can hope.
Yeah.
The only issue I would say back to that idea of it's not like it's happened before is the game has never been in the situation it's been in before. We've never had the unassailability of structures that we have today.
Hey, we prove you can assault any structure if you're willing to do it. It just may take a trillion ESC each time, but you can definitely do it. You can literally bomb keep stars. Like, we learned that. That was
as long as
hilarious.
that's a keep star being anchored, Dawn. Once it's already down and its reinforcements are in its set time zone, you've got a bigger issue because we now have a situation of 2 off time zone blocks that cannot really properly form in each other's time zones.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could do CNTZ, but we'd have to be very aggressive because we couldn't do it for very long. Like, many of us could probably stay up late or skip a day or two of work or do weekend stuff, but it would be something where we'd have to like really make progress really quickly because we're not going to be able to do it for more than a month without, being like, I can't take any more time off. I can't do this. And Frat will never actually leave their little corner anymore. They like everything started because they were like, we don't like Volta. And Brave's like, we'll help Volta because they're our friends. And then Frat was like, well, then we're going to get our friends. And Goblin's like, okay, I'll send this. But that means you can't have the Imperium help you or else I'll bring all of Horde. And Brave's like, fuck you. And then we showed up and then it just became a clusterfuck. Like, that's literally how all of this fucking shit started, is because Frat got annoyed with Volta dropping on their shit.
From the way you described that, the term sandbox game really fits.
Yeah, like, it's fun to see like how the dominoes fall. Of like, I saw a picture of like, being like, oh, I'm not very good at recruitment. All of a sudden, head of chief of staff. And it's just these tiny little dominoes all the way up to this giant domino. But at this point now, though, since Brave's coming down here to chillax, make some money, regroup. I don't know what's like gonna happen like next, because really one of the two sides is just gonna have to just go to the other side. Like, it's just one of the two sides is just gonna have to do it, and I don't see Horde actually doing it because they only like to punch down on things that are smaller than them. They don't typically ever try to punch up unless they have a bunch of other people to fill in their gaps. So we'll see. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Okay.
reading stuff.
Y'all are just chilling out like, I'm good.
Well, you had the floor, and you were doing so good.
I was doing good? Okay, well, I only have got like 7 more minutes, so. I'm hoping, and this is, I don't have any insight into any plans because we haven't had any plans, but I would like us to just go to Drone Lands and just show them that they're giant fucking pussy. Like, at this point. I know it's going to be tough. And yes, there's some regional gates, but we have proven to just brute force through whatever problems we have. I think we can do it, but it's going to be a lot. And it's going to need some buy-in from members to be up for it. Because we can't go half-assed over there. Because, like, they'll have everything, obviously. I was rewatching. It was pretty funny. The Down the Rabbit Hole video? He was talking, like, PGL. Like, he replayed, like, a PGL thing from early on the war, saying, like, 400 more Titans are coming down to join our Titans to make the largest Titan fleet the game's ever seen. And they still barely had as much as we did at that time. So I know that if we brought everybody, we could fight Horde. It's going to be a lot. But I think we should do it. That's my hope. Any comments, questions? Yeah. You guys all robots? Okay. So other than that, the only thing I'm also looking forward to is Angel Titan. Apparently, we were half right, I guess. Actually, Dirk and I both were right. So they moved the Garista Titan to the Garista LP store, but they're leaving the Blood Raider in the Sotios.
I think I might be back.
Ah,
Yep.
you're live.
Hey! Sorry about
Listen.
that.
No biggie.
Just hey.
Third world internet. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I'm going to blame it on third world English internet.
You said the same thing twice.
I know. Almost like it bears repeating.
You said
Third-
England and third world country twice.
I was gonna say. But
Let's just move on, shall we?
We're just gonna move on.
what? These guys are all like, I don't know, they took a sleepy pill. They just instantly stopped talking the moment you left, McLeod.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm reading something because I think I found the quote, but you know.
Slap you all
See-
back awake. Like,
See, Dawn started talking about Eve politics, and I think that's just
Oh, I'm sorry.
Snooze.
I'm sorry.
Super boring.
And I wanted to talk about Eve on an Eve show.
Well, you
I'm
can talk about
sorry.
Eve, but like politics, really?
I mean, really, what level of politics are we talking about? Like, you know, the aggravation of getting stuff done in between, like sort of intra-alliance
You
kind
know
of
the
stuff, or what?
usual. Fred won't come to do stuff, and they're just sitting around, and we should go there and like bonk them on the head, and you know that kind of stuff. Like,
The this has been happening in Eve for the
For like
longest
3
fucking
or 4
time.
years minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
longest
I'm sorry.
since the dawn of man, basically.
And all the
like
fun
literally since-
politicians are gone. So
you mean since the
like-
dawn of Rhea?
like,
Oh my goodness.
The Dawn of Rhea. Oh my god.
God damn it.
A new book about the history of Eve that will put you to sleep. It's gonna recline back.
Hey, Dawn, you could voice the audiobook as well.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
You
I'm
go.
not very good at reading out loud.
By the way, laid back Daddy-O just subscribed with Prime.
Oh,
Hello,
thank you for
laid back
those,
Daddy-O.
for those jassy bucks.
07,
and
buddy.
I did recall Sothrasil did, but also
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not getting any
Stop it.
thanks. Like
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck off stuff.
Yeah.
everyone expects me to be sub there.
So I've got a question. Your leather couch back there, is that warm in the winter or is it also cold?
No, it's cold.
But
So it's uncomfortable in the summer because it's hot and you stick to it. And it's uncomfortable in the winter because when you sit down, it's cold and it takes a little bit of time to heat up. What is the
No.
benefit of this couch?
I put a blanket over it in the winter. I just take the blanket away before the show because
so what you're saying is you put a blanket on it and then you sit on it, and then when you get up you have to fucking readjust the blanket again before you sit back down again. Otherwise it's just fucked.
As you can see, it's up against the wall. So I put the blanket between the wall and the
I thought we stopped buying leather
By the way,
sofas and stuff in the
I know.
80s.
I didn't buy this, okay? I got this for free.
Oh, that's even better.
That's the best
It's a
price.
Is it a used couch? Used leather couch?
It's a used leather couch.
That's so gross.
I mean,
to be-
Don't
to be-
ask what it went through.
To be fair, all leather is used.
Yeah.
To be honest, some
Not-
probably
You know-
wouldn't
Leather.
care what it's being used for.
You know, we'll go back
That's true.
into the late 50s and 60s. You know, not that Eric was alive then; he was not alive. But when they used to take all the couch cushions in the couch and encase them in plastic so they wouldn't get like damaged.
Oh fuck!
I'd have to have a plastic cover on my couch because my cats try to like claw it all the time.
I'm going to point out
My
that
house looks
I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen that in America. I have never seen anyone do that to couches in this country. This whole thing with plastic,
I'm
no,
just like,
that's not a thing.
I'm just like, why?
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Bye.
Was everybody so oily
See you,
that
Dawn.
like it just seeped into the guy? I don't understand. Scary. Maybe I'll ask my parents. Did you ever do this, Mom and Dad?
And most of all,
And
like,
why?
I think
why
the
do
only
you-
couch that needs
why do you
plastic
buy
is
a
the
couch?
casting couch.
My question would be, why would you buy a couch if you don't intend to sit on it?
You know,
That's like buying a Ferrari and going, well, if I drive the Ferrari, then it will get like it'll get dirty and damaged. So that's why I bought the Prius. Like,
Yeah,
why the fuck did you buy the Ferrari then? Like,
Right.
if you're buying the Ferrari, drive the
talking-
Ferrari. If you're buying the leather
about
couch,
fast things,
sit on the leather couch.
talking about fast things, let's talk about the new ships.
ooh,
I was tempted to say, now that Dawn's gone, let's talk about the fun topics.
Wait, she's gone?
Dawn's gone.
Yep, Dawn's
She
gone.
she had to go for important space meetings.
Yeah.
You mean how to whelp more Rorquals?
Yeah, essentially. But it's fine because soon when it comes to the insurgencies, you won't have to go after Goon Rorquals, although they will be probably a little bit more expensive. You can go after NPC Rorquals if you want.
So
yeah, that doesn't sound as fun. So
That doesn't sound as fun at all, is it?
for going after Rorquals, you need tools to do that. Have you looked at the destroyers?
Yeah.
I haven't really. It's not my. I mean, I haven't been fitting ships for a while, so I'm like real out of the loop in that regard, Soth. So
So
I
the
wouldn't know which
Mechibel
boosters to go with and all that jazz.
it is kind of like a mini Cinnaball, so to say.
Smaller, sig, faster speed.
Yeah, it is pretty fast. It has the warp acceleration bonus. It has the turret bonus. So it is an artillery ship, definitely. The Mamba, on the other hand, it has the normal 300% drone damage and hit points bonus. So your classic drone ship, right? It's basically a mini healer. Both of these ships, though, I don't think they're going to be used a lot.
Is it because of their price or potential
their price?
Like
they are still destroyers, right?
Yeah.
When you're thinking destroyers, either you have to compete with the tier 3 destroyers, or you have to compete with something that's dirt cheap and still
like
the job, right?
Yeah, like the Cormorants.
Like the Cormorants, like the Thrasher.
Yeah, because the before Cormorants really came into being, it was people ran Thrasher fleets, whether they were AC or they were RD Thrasher fleets. People would just grab a bunch of them, go roaming, and just try and either alpha the crap out of something or just go brawl something till they were all dead, and then fair enough. Or wait,
I have to correct myself there. It's not pronounced Tila, it's pronounced Jilla. Sorry for that.
Yeah, Jilla. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Jilla.
Got to respect
Jesus Christ.
the proper pronunciations.
I just noticed you found a solution to the GIF or GIF discussion. It's a HIF.
It's a HIF, yeah.
It's a HIF. And make sure you say it's a HIF, not a YIF. That's a big
not
difference.
A YIF, not a GIF, not a GIF. It's a HIF.
It's a HIF.
Like a healer.
Yep.
But the interesting ships, the Kisriel,
yes.
I mean, it slots in right between a Cinnabon and a Macariel.
That sounds right up your street.
It gets a bonus to command bursts, right? So that makes it pretty interesting because that makes it fast enough in warp to actually be a good boosting ship for cruiser fleets. And since it's so fast, right?
Yeah.
You can actually take it with fast cruiser fleets.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So this might actually be a fun option, right? Because
not using a overpropped or under under shielded like ship to actually
because the command ships they are a lot slower than most cruisers. So that makes them a bad option for boosters for cruiser fleets, right? But the Kiss reel doesn't have that problem.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then there's the Alligator, which is probably gonna get abused to hell for PvE stuff.
Of course.
Because obviously it's the ship between Agilla and a rattlesnake.
And the cousin of the Cayman.
So
Sorry.
You mispronounced rattlesnake.
A Rattlesnake?
Yeah, I'll do.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then obviously the one that everyone kind of wants, but it's going to take a while for them to fucking build up the literal Everest stockpile of, LP in order to actually get the Azariel. Or Azariel.
Azariel.
Azariel. Azariel. Azariel.
Azrael.
It might be a silent A in the middle, Azriel.
Or it might be a silent
I don't know,
A at the start. It might be Zariel.
Caleb, tell us how to pronounce it.
No. I'm out. I'm giving up on you people.
Aww. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Mac was intentionally trying to find a horrible way of pronouncing it, but it's fine.
I'm sure there's a way.
We can just call him Goatfucker Demon.
I mean, it could be slightly French, and so when you're saying the Azariel, it would be Lazariel.
It is the Goatfucker Demon. It's the one that receives the scapegoat, and you don't want to know what he does with it.
I mean, you did mention it in the name, so cat's out the bag or the goat's out of the pen. Depending how you want to, phrase it.
And he keeps sending back the letters that say, send more goats.
Where is this going? I don't know where this is going. I'm concerned.
No, Azrael is the demon in the wilderness that you sacrifice the scapegoat to get rid of sins of the people.
but this isn't Azrael. Right. This is Azariel. Which the only thing I can find is literally one sentence on Wikipedia saying, it's an angel.
Yeah, if it's not just a misspelling of the other one, just like Beelzebub and Beelzebul and all of that stuff. A lot of fun stuff happens when mystics and occultists try to write stuff down.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I'm glad this glass is full of vodka to deal with all of you on this topic.
I need to read this to you because this is pretty fitting for the new ship. Azariel has also traditionally been invoked as a cure for stupidity.
So is beheading.
Cure by doomsday.
Cure by doomsday. I have a feeling I know somebody who
spelling becomes important, right? If I do a sacrifice to Azariel to actually cure my stupidity, what if I accidentally send it to Azrael instead?
Why does this remind me a bit like Caleb? Why does this remind me a little bit like Buffy?
Caleb, I'm pretty sure it will be dealt with either way. Just the how is gonna change.
Well, in one, my stupidity goes away. In the other, me as a stupid person goes away. But of course, for the remaining population, the result is the same.
I'm pretty sure he has been invoked to deal with other people's stupidity,
Can we
not your
invoke
own.
him on behalf of Elon Musk, maybe? I think he needs help.
Musk
Send
on
more
Musk.
goats
That
to
would definitely be-
Asariel, not Azrael.
That would definitely be a moment in history where people didn't see that one coming.
No.
Wait, Mac. Do you mean a bit like the Spanish Inquisition?
Yes, very much like the Spanish Inquisition.
The Inquisition, the Inquisition. Oh, sorry.
Or
Fired
the
up some Mel
people
Brooks.
asking, or the people asking about the costs of these new ships.
Oh, Jesus.
We have no idea because CCP are reworking the cost, like the points cost of the BPCs.
Most of the cost of the ships are very much based around getting the BPC. The cost isn't anywhere. It used to be like the cost of Faction Titans used to be associated with the amount of material that was required in order to make the actual ships. You know, you'd get the blueprint via a drop because of certain things. You know, the pirate Satios and that kind of stuff. And I think there was the Komodo a Satio drop, or was it something else? I think it was.
Do we really need to explain the cost of new ships and why it's always the same?
It's always going to be up in the air because it's a new faction store or a new pirate faction store with, you know, nobody's, you know, pirate faction points are going over to the new faction store. So you're starting completely afresh, completely new. You know, all of the Russians who have, you know, shitloads of angel faction.
Okay,
like
so to give
LP,
you,
just that it doesn't make it. There's no point like even trying to like do that. So it's brand new. People don't know what the cost is going to be.
Eric,
So,
can you come in and explain product cycles to people?
No, I don't really want to explain product cycles at all. That's no.
To give you an idea,
We want the audience to stay. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's always the same thing. A new ship comes out. People start asking what it's going to cost. It's going to be expensive. It's always the same thing. Come on, people.
So, to give you an idea, the Macarial and Rattlesnake are 100,000 LP for the blueprint. The Azariel and Komodo are 150 million LP.
Do you recall how much the Macarial blueprint was in the old store?
Oh my god. You're triggering now. You are triggering me now. This is you trying to trigger me. I will not. This is bait. Fuck off, Mac.
I am baiting you because, to be completely honest, the ways and means of being able to get the LP are completely
different.
And so exactly. You have no idea how much effort there is, like, to get a certain amount of LP. You know, in the old system and the new system. So like, we can't figure out how much work and therefore how much people should be, you know, should get for that, like for that LP. So like, it's anybody's guess, really.
So the thing I'm not sure about, so it says that the pirate LP store has exclusive access to the destroyers, the new battle cruisers, the Loggerhead, the Cayman, the Azario, and the Komodo. Right? We knew that. It does say, however, that the pirate LP stores have heavily discounted blueprints for the old ships: the Dramiel, Worm, Cinnaball, Healer, Macarial, and Rattlesnake. So that should mean that you can still get those in the old shops, right? Just that they are cheaper in the pirate LP stores.
To incentivize you to go over to,
Okay, so I guess in CCP's kind of mind, the effort required in order to actually get the LP for a Macarial blueprint in the new store is going to be much less than the previous. than the old store.
Okay, the
Well,
old
it's just
store
discounted
was-
from LP.
I just
Potentially.
looked this up. The old store in Macarial was 400,000 LP, so
So
It's-
1/4.
1/4. Yeah,
1/4, but we don't know how much effort there is.
1/4, and also
comparatively.
less ISK. It was 100 million ISK, and now it's 20 million ISK.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see on the 14th when it actually does hit and people do. Well, actually, we'll see. We'll see on the week of if there is actually a pirate insurgency occurring, and people start racking up points or LP.
I don't know what Manshita is talking about, the fully built one.
When you could get a fully built Macarial, it was 600k LP and tags.
No, I just looked
Oh.
up the BPC cost, and it's 400k.
No, but you could get a
Yep.
You could get a fully built Macarial with a bunch of money in LP. Like,
What?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
you
fairly certain.
didn't have to build the ship sometimes, as far as I remember. So it was
People
just
just
less
went for
efficient.
blueprints. People just went for blueprints because obviously blueprints are more efficient. Like,
Yeah.
you get better.
I
bang for your
don't
buck in LP.
remember anyone ever buying a Macarial fully built with LP. Probably because it's not worth it.
Yeah,
Because you can move around a BPC much easier than like a battleship.
Yeah, and I think I recall like looking at the cost of it and going, why would I go that route when I can just go to Jitter and buy one for like less? But what is also coming up on the insurgencies we probably haven't talked about as far as I know, because I feel like if we had, you would have played the YouTube clip, and I'd have noticed because it'll come back halfway through it. So there's a couple of citadels that seemingly are drawing the eye of the Guristas and the Angel.
Did we have that YouTube
Cartel?
clip? Is that the scope clip?
There is a scope clip there. There is also Dark Shines' response.
Which one do you want to show?
Well, we might as well do the scope one first. Yeah. Just so people have a little bit of context.
Let's see, we'll make this. Whoa. Accidentally, a little too much sound there as I was setting up for this. So, yes, let's go right there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're just in the middle, about 30 seconds into the video, but I'm not going to do the
yeah.
sound for it. We can talk about
So basically, yeah, the Guristas and the Angel Cartel are threatening citadels. One held by some random group, but then the other one, as you can see with the little logo, is held by the Initiative.
it. That is cool.
So basically, an NPC group is threatening the Initiative, and I'm. I mean, I don't really play, but even so, I'm like, fucking bring it.
The last time the
That's how I feel
NPCs
about it.
attacked things, it was a pain in the ass. And where's Dirk?
It was, but part of that was down to the fact that it was just fucking random and everywhere, right? Whereas this is like, it's just this citadel, and I guess it could happen whenever, but like, obviously after Tuesday, right? As far as I know.
But it's already happened, Mac.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay. But then again, we also have the response from Dark Shines, the official response from Dark Shines.
Official response.
Yes, and we definitely need to hear this as well as.
Oh, we gotta, because we are set on mature content, right?
We are. I'm fairly certain we are set on mature. If we're not, then that's if we're not set on mature content on this channel, then I don't know what the fuck. We've definitely breezed past that. If that's the case.
There we go. I'll start in the beginning, and we'll do this.
This is the official response. This is the official response.
From whom? From whom?
From Dark Shines.
All right.
This is when it won't play.
Oh, the sound's not coming through. Or it's really low.
Apparently, there's no audio.
I mean, there is audio on the clip. I think Eric's just trying to figure out like what thing to press.
His life, I'm in the prime of life. I have no excuses. I want dip.
Eric's muted himself.
And then John. Oh, let's get it on, John.
Oh,
There,
okay.
I fixed the sound. I fixed the sound.
No, it's fixed it. Yeah.
Oh, let's not-
Go back to the start. Go back to the start.
Go back to the start?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go back to the start just because, sound. Here we go.
So yes. So official, response from Darkshines.
That you never had a son that had been O'Donnell. Did you hear me? Right? You come along. You come along. You told me. You were sending me, told me in Avon. When you told me in Avon, that Anthony begged you 3 times in one night, and you cried into Anthony's face. He told me that. He came along then. You boxed him the second time. He begged you to box. He cried outside Longford, outside my Mary's house in Longford. He cried like a big child. To him, right? He cried. He junkies bastards, yeah. Now listen. Me and Gladys boys, they carry your boys first. I'm not going to read the queue. But I want to
The subtitles are not helping.
Exactly. I think
I'm in the prime of life. I have no
Could you write better subtitles, Caleb?
Davey first, and then John. Oh, let's get
Is it bad that I understand a lot of what's actually being said?
It's impressive.
It's gonna go to Joe's family.
This is like that thing from Hot Fuzz. It's like, okay, fine.
You're saying you're the king of this and the king of that. You're the king of dog shite. You junkies bastard, yeah. I will see it in my hands. Watch your sons.
Rat pies and bastards, yeah. You even look like a rat, so you do, Simon.
Another thing, Joe Joyce. When I give you the rat pies, that was rat pies I give you. You thought it was cool. Rat poison to give you, I tried to kill you. You ended up in Tullamore Hospital next day with a heart attack. When you glad he's finished.
Oh god.
Then make Anthony's sons give me. We're gonna show you. See them.
You look, send them in the tape, Simon. You do.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Right?
Fucking love it.
I want
See, this is where we need someone like Manchita or Dirk to actually be on to translate it for us.
No man, God help him. I want Davey first.
Do you want the proper translation, Caleb?
See the fellow with the one long Davey. I'll box him first.
It's fucking fight me.
Exactly. It is fucking bring it. That's all it is.
Yep.
Same day, one after the other.
But in what dialect?
And the serious thing.
I mean, if we're going to be accurate and like not really care too much, it's pikey. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, we've listened to this long enough, I think.
I was waiting to give you the drugs in Avon. I took the heart attack on Tullamore. And I'm Tullamore.
Yeah. But by the way, Darkshines is Irish. But he has a sense of humor.
By the way,
fantastic.
So the the first comment, right, 2 days ago is from CCP Swift, right? The Deathless found and powered up a secret Jovian system, but little did he know his biggest challenge would be interpreting what this guy is saying.
It's true.
Amazing.
Woo.
Let's just put it this: I'll TLDR it. Essentially, in it are very much up for this engagement with whoever the fuck wants to bring it in Asavoinen.
Phew.
You see, the only issue with that, Mac, right, and I'm going to play some devil's advocate here.
Yes.
If in it are so up for the fight, Why are you fucking on anchoring?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, it had to be asked.
As I said, I don't really play that much.
I need to bring up one thing here, though. I mean, we just established that this show is set to be mature content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why the fuck is Twitch censoring a word like hillbilly? Like, come on.
What?
It's not.
We set this shit to mature content. Like,
It's not
what
soft.
kind of insult is hillbilly?
It's not censoring it. It's your settings.
Where?
Somewhere in your settings, you have it set to hide curses.
So true.
That's not a curse.
True story.
Clearly, it is.
Sothrasil has to have his settings because he has very sensitive ears. He's a sensitive boy. I thought you were a bigger deal than that, Soth. I'm serious.
What?
I can genuinely see it here in chat. If you can't see it, that's settings on your launch client, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, mine hasn't. I didn't do anything. I can still see it.
What,
it must be a German thing.
It's probably in your profile settings for mature content.
I'm looking at them.
Caviar Liberta, he thinks he has a better chance of understanding Klingon. Yeah. Actually, the guy that introduced me to EVE Online can actually speak and understand Klingon. Pretty cool.
Okay, Soph, when you go down to the bottom next to the chat button, where you can send a message, you got the cog for chat settings, right?
Oh, there.
Have you got chat filters on?
Why are they automatically on?
There we go.
There. Turn them all off.
What did Carneros just shitty chat? I missed it.
Although it is pretty fun to click on literally everything and tell Twitch that no, this is not an insult.
I feel like we need to rename you Default Soth.
Yeah, Soth needs a rename.
I mean, Twitch knows how old I am, right? Why would it censor shit for a 35-year-old German? Like, what the fuck?
35.
Like seeing
that
that language
shit.
in chat.
It needs your.
I just want to
clearly need your safe space, Soth.
Yes,
I just want to
clearly.
say I've got furniture older than Soth. Just pointing that out.
I got furniture older than Soft too. Come on.
No, let's be fair. You have furniture that's older than Eric.
Probably, yeah.
I have furniture older than Eric. I do, yeah.
That's because you're antiquing. Are you also a confirmed bachelor?
I mean, we can go even further. We have houses older than your country, Eric.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
I wondered whether you were going to sneak that one in, or maybe not sneak that one, but like just power it through.
Oh, now I want to rewatch that episode of Time Team where they go to America.
Oh God!
That's the funniest shit ever.
That being said, we also have a church here that's older than my country. So yeah.
That was when I lived in Kansas City for a while, right? Like, you know, we go to the opera or the symphony or, you know, musicals or whatever, you know, we go into old buildings here in the Northeast, right? For America. Okay. You go over there and it's like, shit, when was this built? 5 years ago? It's like super modern. They don't have old stuff there like we have up here. It is weird. It is different when you see that. Yeah, 1850 house, yeah. We've been looking for some rental properties, man, and they're like built in 1880 and shit like that. And I'm like, no, they're gonna fall over. Can't do that.
I mean, especially in America, they'll be made of wood still, right?
They're full. Even my house is made of wood, though. You know, my house.
Well, yeah. Well, you like modern houses made of wood. Like you can kind of understand that to some degree because you know.
Can you?
things. I mean, you wouldn't want a house purely made out of wood, but like I can understand the speed of construction and that kind of stuff, right?
No,
but, like,
pretty much everything is wood frame here.
I wouldn't want to live in a house that old, like built in way late 1800s, still made out of the same wood. Like,
I mean,
I'd be very concerned.
At that point, we are talking about Ship of Theseus, right? Because you probably replaced everything in that house already.
I mean, there's some things that you can replace. I kind of feel like there's some things that you couldn't.
No, like you can
Like,
replace like everything in a wooden house.
Yeah,
but they don't do that in England.
You would think there would be
They just add levels and stuff. You will be in a normal English house and it looks kind of new, and then they explain to you that the actual wooden beams are from the fucking 11th century.
Yeah, at that point, it's probably calcified.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's petrified.
At that calcified, petrified. Basically, at that point, the wood is not really wood anymore.
Yeah, it's more stone than wood.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think a house built out of wood in the 1890s would probably still be wood at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some houses where, there's a little bit of bend in the flooring.
However, I would like to point out that, like, I still don't quite. I mean, I kind of understand from an insurance standpoint why houses in the tornado alley are built out of wood, but why you would buy a house made out of wood in Tornado Alley is beyond me.
What else would you do? Do you know how expensive it is to do that Japanese style building where everything is like earthquake safe and hurricane safe and tsunami safe?
I'd fucking build a castle and just be like, bring it.
Well, when you talk about that, right? It's really the speed of things flying at your castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, throw bits of wood at my castle. I fucking dare you.
Well, the speed with which they come.
I just want to point out.
Cars maybe might be an issue, yeah, but I'm saying.
I just want to point out that we do have tornadoes in Germany. Actually, Germany is the country with the most tornadoes in Europe.
Congratulations on that one.
Yeah,
and our houses usually
that's an impressive feat.
Usually don't fly away. You know,
exactly.
They're made out of brick, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just going to say it feels like we've had this argument about 500 times before.
We've had many arguments regarding things in the US versus things in Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are we going through the checklist? Pineapple on pizza.
We haven't had the cider conversation for a while.
We're doing reruns today. There's no meta show, so we can do it.
Hold it. Is there no meta show today?
No. There's no meta show.
What the hell are they doing?
Unfortunately, I don't know. I thought they got back on the regular, but it seems as though, they've been partying too hard.
Partying too hard. Okay.
Oh, I think Manchita has not heard us do the cider discussion. I think.
No, we're not. No. It is the
fall. It is cider thing.
It is cider. It is cider season. By the way, when you're in college, right? Everybody goes out and gets cider and puts a couple raisins in it and makes their own hard cider here. It's like, that's just apple cider. Nothing raisins. To see here. Yeah, it 2 weeks hard cider. Perfect. It just works. I don't know. My college roommate, freshman year, said, "Hey, man, we're going to put some raisins in the apple cider that you guys just got because we're going to have hard cider here in a couple weeks." I'm like, okay.
Okay. Manchita, if you have information that I don't have, I mean, I was told by somebody in, our, fucking chat about there not being any meta show, but if there is, then, fantastic. I feel like I'm being trolled. I'm not sure whether Sotha's just like can't beside himself because I'm falling for such troll or not. I don't know, but like
I'm just reading chat, and someone like Caviar Liberator is mad that he can't type the word support beam because he gets moderated by the automod. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look through what the fuck is going on with this mod actions. Like, who the fuck adds that kind of thing? Like, sorry, you can't say support beam in chat because I don't know. Maybe a bunch of people in chat decided to troll people with this just typing support beam all the time.
Hold on,
you know what it is?
Like,
it's the new pickup line in the bar, right? You know, because the produce section of the grocery store isn't working for folks anymore. It's too expensive for anybody to go there, so they're at the bar going, "Hey, baby, support beam." I don't know. I'm just making up a reason. I don't know.
I expected that joke to be a lot funnier with that build-up.
Well, you know what? I didn't go all the way with it. I pulled back. Okay.
Wow, you're getting comedic criticism from a German. Wow.
I pulled out of the joke. Okay, let's just say.
You mean something like, "Hey, baby, you're leaning over a bit. Maybe you can lean on my support beam."
There you go.
Well, you've completely missed my one in chat, Soft.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing terms updated by Bruce Grubor, but not like whether it's actually been allowed or not. Like,
I bet there was some joke going on a show the other day that's caused this.
Well, no, I'm looking at mod actions because I'm really confused as to why somebody can't use support beam like in chat. It just seems fucking.
We're making up rules. Like, we're just making up rules.
And like there's mod actions in nominate term updated by Brisk Rule 6 months ago. Like, what? Like, can you type B2? I'm not entirely certain, but apparently there was a mod action that Brisk updated. Yeah, apparently you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lay back here and take a nap. I'm really in like Apollo launch position right now.
Really fucking confused. You can be in Starship integrated tests part 2 mode.
I think the Automod decided itself that support beam is a naughty word now.
It must
welcome to the future of AI.
I can't see it in mod actions at all.
Naughty bits.
No.
There's nothing there.
I mean, and if someone had put it in manually, I can't find any really bad reference to it on Urban Dictionary. So, there is a reference. See, but I don't think it's bad enough that it would be.
This is the true casualty of the war against AI. People's psyches as to why the fuck this weird stuff has happened. Like,
yeah. So
this is what's happening.
I want to go back to the meta show because McLoud, you and I have both seen no meta show today, right? And and then we have contradicting information here from Cheetah. Cheetah saying, "Hey, Mark is going to do the meta show." So what we're going to tell our audience is your mileage may vary. Tune in or not.
I will mark myself.
Okay.
Soft, have you found it yet?
Are you talking about the Indonesian kind?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? You're gonna have to explain that because that came out of left field, and I really don't understand your context.
I can't explain that to you on the show. I'm sorry.
It will get us banned.
Yes. Very
Jesus.
much.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, that's for the.
I'm just going to point out.
That's for the OnlyFans.
If you are not the age of consent in your country, let's say 18. If you're not 18, then you should not go to Urban Dictionary and look up Indonesian support beam. Don't do that. I'm telling you to not do that.
I'm going to tell you that I am clearly of the age of
I'm
consent.
telling you not to do that in the same way that don't think of an elephant?
Yes.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
Okay, this is a family show.
Really?
Which is why we are protecting people from this.
Which is why
That's
we're
right.
telling you not to do it. Okay? Not to do it. Jesus Christ, we have standards here, people.
I mean, they are very high, but we do have standards.
They're not that high, yeah. But oh Christ. What else? Oh yeah, test. Apparently test is back in the testagram. Or at least in the process of getting back into their testagram. If you guys don't know what the testagram is, it's basically there is an area of decline up north.
An
where
area
there
of
is
decline, and test is going there.
Well, no,
Yes.
it's on the decline because test is going there.
No. Let's put this contextually accurately. Test is in decline, okay?
There we go. You mean all 5 of them?
You mean 4 because they're in decline?
God damn it. So it's not showing up yet on .lan as such unless you look at iHub ownership. But TCUs are going to be dropping and changing over to test soon. All the iHubs in the testagram is now under test control. Essentially, you can chart tests, rise in dominance, and progression as an alliance in an extremely interesting way by being given the couch, a couch in nullsec for them to grow by Goon Swarm in decline in this little area that we refer to as the testagram, which is if you go to .lan, you go to decline, there is this area that, is a fucking pentagram. And that's where they initially were given space by goons to sort of build up and to, turn from a fledgling alliance into something that blossomed into, a much more powerful thing. And they've grown and progressed so far that they have finally gained that space back by asking very nicely. That is the progression of test over
However,
13 years. 13 years, people.
I have breaking news regarding Dirk Statiel.
Oh.
Yes.
Has he gotten back on the high rope?
Apparently, if Dirk doesn't survive his bad elbow, we will be replacing him with Dunk Dinkle.
Okay.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Is it bad that I wish for that eventuality?
Wait, so Dunk Dinkle's going to be administering people's elbows to fascists? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Amazeballs.
I hope he does that with I hope he does that with like his bee suit on as well, surrounded with bees, just so the bee people's elbow.
I mean, they will get dunked by Dunk, right? It just makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I like this idea. If I could crowdsource funding for this idea, it might actually happen. There might be cash available for this.
Cash available.
Yep. But yes, I thought we'd add the little kind of aspect of test, getting back to the testagram, going full circle with their, just momentous amount of,
Man, Cheetah, that's funny. Sorry, I'm gonna allow. There you go. You're welcome, Manchita. There you go. Oh, lost McLoud.
Again.
Again.
Uh,
Do. By the way, does everybody like my winter background? Is that nice?
it's very white.
Wide?
It seems like I'm gone as well.
No, you're still here.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
maybe got.
it's very snowy.
You like that? Yeah. I'm a big snow guy. I like the snow. I like the change of seasons. So I would never be able to live in the South forever. But if I did live in the South, I would need a little place where I could have my own golf cart to drive around everywhere. So yeah. So all right. So McLoud is gone. McLoud is back. McLoud is gone out of the channel. So he's clearly having some challenges there. I'm waiting in my neighborhood here for my internet to go out one day. But so far, last couple months, it hasn't. We don't have any above power lines, right? Everything is underground in our neighborhood, and they have been fishing the new fiber optic wire through the neighborhood. So they haven't cut the electric, and they haven't cut the gas, knock on metal, thus far, or kicked off the internet. So yeah, they're running fiber actually into the house here. So I know my house is going to be a challenge because it's completely finished and in the basement and everything, where they're going to want to run some of that wire to the center of the house. So we shall see how it goes. So, all right. What else we got here? What's the time? We're looking at about 10 minutes left here.
Yep.
10 minutes left. And we still don't know if there's a meta show or not. Still unknown.
There is no meta show today.
We're sure?
Yes, we're sure.
Okay. Because he was going to reach out to Mark. We don't know. Okay. So we are your entertainment for today, and I hope you had great fun with us today. So, yes. What else we got? Okay. Yeah, Mark hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't confirmed. McLoud is back.
Well, not on voice yet.
No, but he'll be here. He'll be here shortly.
Hey, I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Soth.
Hey, Soth.
Yeah. Sorry, Kaiser. You can't post links. That's why you got that 10-second timeout there. Post the rest of your question without that link to Reddit, because you're not able. So.
I mean, we like moderators can see the link and click the link, but like other people can't. So we can see what you're linking to.
Basically, yeah, he's saying, what do we think of no value moving into Pan, right? They have no value. I mean, seriously.
I mean, Panda Fams, it hasn't really got much value from that. But you know, I mean,
by the way, we're gonna get some breaking news from Mark.
Okay.
No show today. No meta show.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Hope things go well for you there, Mark.
Yeah, Mark had some IRL stuff that he needs to get done. That's caused him to not be able to do the show today. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, Cheetah. Yeah. It is a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's not. By the way, when we say that, it's not a terrible bad thing.
It's not a terrible bad thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like sometimes real life, the perils of real life cause you to not be able to make a show. You know, like say for example, you know, jumping off and people's elbowing, fascists.
Yeah.
Like, for an entire day.
Did he get?
Yeah.
Did
For fuck's sake, Mac.
that result in like a
That
tennis
was
elbow?
5
to
you
Dirk?
knows in like 1.5 sentence.
Well,
Who lets him on the show? How does he get on the show?
I think he
How
just
did I get on the
waltzed in
show?
here.
Or how
He's
did
so
Caleb get on
mean.
the show?
He's so mean.
Caleb gets on the show, but
We love Caleb. Come on. I'm just
Caleb's
teasing.
quality on the show is the fact that he's mean and the fact that he just says
and
what
he
he feels.
No kink. So what I want to know, did Dirk get tennis elbow? Did he fracture his elbow? Tweak it a little?
I don't know if you've seen what is involved in the people's elbow.
No, I'm not sure.
But the spectacular version of it is basically climbing on the top rope and then jumping off it and elbowing somebody in the sternum, essentially.
Go look at the news from the UK. You can understand why it's so fractured if he's been doing that.
Yeah, he's had a busy
week.
A target-rich environment is how I would refer to it. But
I'm just waiting for him to be let into actual parliament. Then he's going to be busy.
Yeah. Well, then we're just going to bring him over here to Congress and the Senate.
Why can't
it might be referred to? It might be referred to as a hate move, though.
Wait, Caleb, why is he not allowed into Parliament? Is he wearing a full suit of armor?
No, I'm saying we should let him into Parliament. It would solve a lot of problems, and I will promise Eric, if he survives that mission,
yes,
he can come to the U.S. after that, right?
Yes, this is your mission.
We'll send him your way
to accept it.
If you choose to accept it, and this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
get away from it then, Caleb.
There you go. All right, so we're rolling around to one last thing. I think we should go around the room unless somebody objects. Do I have a second for the motion? Second?
What? We're not going 2 more hours?
I'm not going to. I'm not filibustering this. Like my.
What about all the reruns that we promised?
Oh,
we haven't even talked about food yet.
We have a whole holiday season. Okay, we have a whole holiday season.
We've got a very festive food and drink filled season coming up.
I just want to point out that if Caleb wants to stay here for another 2 hours and entertain people, we are not going to stop him.
Yeah.
Then I should have prepared my rerun list.
It makes me happy that you say this, Caleb, because it makes me think that maybe you might come back next week.
That is very likely. But it's really, really hard for me to do the baited filibustering without Mac or Dirk in the room. It's really difficult.
I mean, I'll be here, so don't worry about that. I mean, the only reason why Dirk isn't here is because he's been fucking, throwing moves down on people. But
Well, I read that there's a lot of criticism with current state of industry. There's a lot I could talk about when it comes to EVE industry.
Fuck. Well, you're going to have to get back in and figure out what's changed and how that has affected what you used to know about the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure you could fill me in, and then I will just rant about how broken it's been for the last decade.
I could try, but then you would be getting really bad information because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I know that there were changes to the industry, or at least quote unquote opportunities for construction and all that kind of jazz in the new station that's being opened up for everybody. Whether that is suitably overpowered like developers generally tend to do when they release something new to incentivize people to go there and partake in it, I don't know. But it definitely sounded like it sounded like it was overpowered, but as as Bargo said, it's not really. So the 90% one sounded overpowered, but I guess that's 90% of fuck all is still kind of fuck all, really.
Yeah,
right.
90% of a construction tax that's probably 3 to 4 million a PC of spending 300k on a battleship priced whatever. It's
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not much. It's not really worth it.
It's enough. You could make a bit more profit, but it's not going to knock stuff right out of whack.
I can imagine the jeopardy of moving stuff there outweighs that kind of small margin increase.
And
I don't know.
Just to reply to Caviar for a sec, if you really want to go down the make reprocessing great again, we should really go classic and say make gun mining great again.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Or make gun compression great again.
Well, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. That was not really that fun. That was not the most fun way of compressing things. I will give the Dunk Dinkles out there that one, right?
I love
compression.
The way
that in that era was horrible.
It was horrible, but I just loved the way that players found a means, in the most unlikely of ways. Yes, we shall move our construction materials from one place to another. How should we do it? Well, we're going to build a whole bunch of 425 railguns.
Yep. And 650s, I think.
And then deconstruct them at the end. Like, yeah,
well, it worked.
I mean, yeah, it did work. But it's very sandboxy. That's a very
that's the history of the game, right? CCP makes features, we break them hard.
But it's more along the lines of CCP makes features, we break them, but they don't immediately go, no, that's not how you play the game. This is how you play the game, and then force us onto rails.
That's kind of the
but they
really
kind of did eventually.
Amazing part about CCP that they are so slow to react to these things that by the time they are ready to react, all the players can actually argue, this has been around for 2-3 years, this is now a feature.
So their complacency was initially a feature, is this what you're saying?
Well, when they wait long enough, they can't really come and change the things that have now become a way to play the game, right?
Well, yeah, because a lot of people would argue that if a developer is...
they still can if they bring in alternative methods to make up for taking that tool away, right?
Like, yeah. I'm slowing you down so you can walk faster. Wait, what?
If less effort is expended to the same distance, then okay, maybe.
I mean, building 425 railguns to then move them and then salvage them on the other end, it is kinda janky, right? If you had a better way to move the minerals, then that would be nice, right? But CCP just went, no, we're just taking away the thing that we think is bugged, and we don't actually notice that there seems to be a necessity for people to move minerals, right? Anyway, that was my one last thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into a full 1 hour Dirk Statiel rant here.
Okay. Vargas?
Oh, am I doing a one last thing?
You are.
Yes.
Yeah, we just slipped it in there, so we're good.
If I'm doing a one last thing, I'm actually going to give a shout out to someone. Chloroken, however you pronounce it, there's a wonderful little YouTube series called A Nomad Tale. It's actually really fun. It's been going for 2 years. I've only just discovered it. Basically, he fucked off into a wormhole and is living there now. Solo.
Okay.
Give him a watch. It's good.
All right. McLoud.
I've been reliably informed in chat that Dirk is not dead yet.
Yet.
I mean, everything's a
I mean, we
function of
didn't say
time.
we are
We didn't say he was dead.
definitely replacing him with Dung. We said if he's dying, we are replacing him with Dung.
Ah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so McLeod, you doing yours or what's going on?
I mean, my only real thing, because we have talked about everything I want to talk about today, which is pretty nice. But the only other thing, I guess, is Starship Integrated second flight. Maybe this Wednesday. If you like to watch a whole bunch of things that
If you like to see things
Elon
blow
Musk
up,
put
tune in.
together, just to watch it get launched off and blow the fuck up, then tune the fuck in.
Rapid disassembly.
Yeah. Hope for Ruds. Hope for Ruds is all I say.
Is Elon trying to steal market shares from NASCAR?
I think he's trying to steal shares from the Chinese firework companies.
Well, I'm right. Watching NASCAR is for the crashes, right?
Oh, yeah, that's also true. It's also most reality TV is basically car crash TV to some degree.
Well, NASCAR is literal car crash TV. You tune in to see them crash.
Yeah.
And now Elon is stealing market shares from that. That's
and now you've made me want to watch Days of Thunder again.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, that's happened. I'm gonna find it's on like some random pay-per-view TV or whatever that I don't get and can't get or something of that form. Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Anyway, that was my one last thing.
Alrighty. Who else do we got? Did we miss anybody? Caleb, did you do yours?
I haven't done mine, and mine is very simple. It's what I ranted to Soth about yesterday or the day before. Anyone out there, you have to go and watch Blue-Eyed Samurai on Netflix. Small trigger warning though, if you are a card-carrying member of the Virgin Army, you might get triggered a little bit, but don't worry, because it's so confusing and so well made that you might actually not notice that you're getting triggered.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
My one last thing is be sure to tune in this time for the rest of the year at least, right? Because we had all our time changes. So thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be here. We promise that there will probably be some discussion of holiday festivities and all the fun things that everybody does. We'd like you to share yours, as well as Eve talk, right? We are going to talk about Eve and things of that nature. So,
and this year, Eric, you have to get pictures of your decoration.
Okay. We were going to scale back some of the outside the house things just because, it's really hard to put up lights on a second story when you've got some solar panels up there. But we'll see what we're going to do. We'll see. The trees and the things, maybe we'll do some stuff like that. Okay, we'll see. All right. Well, everybody, thank you. And thank you for joining. Again, no meta show today. We are your entertainment for the afternoon. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's really it. We are kind of out of here. Thank you, everybody. Sothersill, McLeod, Caleb, Vargas, and Dawn, even though she's a little grouchy today, but we're still glad she was here.
All right, I did say to come and vent.
You did. You goaded her in the pre-show a little bit. So all right, everybody. You have a great weekend. We will see you same bat time, same bat channel next week. And I've got to push a button somewhere. I actually got to, I do have the Stream Deck. I really should make it so I can push buttons rather than just go.
I've got a Stream Deck too, and I rarely use it for pushing buttons. It's
terrible. We're bad people. Later, folks.
Cheerio.